Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Zurich Invest Night, Commodity TV here for you in Zurich, of course. And with me here is now Dr. Alexander Yakubchuk. He's the Director of Exploration of Orsu Metals out of Russia. Good morning and welcome, Alexander.
Good morning. Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen, exactly. Yeah, I forget always that you always also understand German.
I'm trying my best.
Orsu Metals, we have already spoken a lot about your company. Now it looks like that you guys have some real success in your exploration. Maybe you want to elaborate a bit on your new resource and the block model.
Essentially, last time we talked, it was about, I think, November last year or so, and it's almost 6 months since then. We were busy during even Christmas time building a model. We built a model, which was then rebuilt and rebuilt again to achieve the best possible result. Essentially, we have received a resource number about 2 days ago.
Okay, perfect. So what does it say now? The resource number, what does it look like?
Okay, the resource number...
Approximately?
The resource number, there are 3 numbers which are in issue. First of all, I would like to start from what we promised. Based on 20 drill holes, which we completed in 2017, by February 2018, we already had the feeling about what it is going to be. And we released a guidance number, which was between 30 and 36 million tons, 1.5 to 2 grams gold. And these last 6 months, which I was doing with this wireframing and block modeling, and the grade is in the global endowment will be 1.46 grams, so slightly below the target number, but very close to it.
Super.
That's the first number. Then what we did pit optimization. What actually falls into the pit using some gold prices. The price of gold which we used was $13.50 per ounce. It's above the current one, but it's actually allowed for resource purposes to show what the deposit can yield if, say, the price goes there. And actually, it's not very far from reality, because if you look during the last 3-4 years, the gold price was basically fluctuating between $12.50 and $13.50. So we are not putting very high numbers, so we are putting reliable number. Because of our situation, there is a license boundary. We did 2 runs for the open pit, what falls into the open pit. We did a run ignoring the license boundary. And if to ignore the license boundary from this global number, if you multiply 30.5 times 1.46, it's 44.5 tons of gold or 1.43 million ounces, if we calculate into ounces. So when we do this pit without being constrained by a license boundary, we lose only 75,000 ounces, which is a very good achievement. But when we introduce this limitation in terms of license boundary, of course, we will lose some material, but we are still at 1.2 million ounces within the pit. The grade actually goes slightly higher, not much higher, but to 1.47.
Super.
So we think that as a foundation stone for the resource, that's a good achievement.
Fantastic. So great. First of all, congratulations on that, because I think this forms a solid foundation for the future. It shows that you guys really found a lot of gold, and it's 7 digits already. So what are the next steps then now? Of course, you want to increase that resource, right?
Yes, we want to increase it. And I would like to mention that the adjacent deposit called Kluchevskaya, if to take into account what was extracted, what sits in the lower grade dumps, and what sits under the pit, it's 5.5 million ounces. Essentially, we added almost 1.5 million ounces, so the system is already 7 million ounces. So by any definition, it is world class. But what falls into our ground is what I already mentioned, and our ambition is to turn it into 3 million ounces. Geologically, it is possible. The only current limitation for us is the eastern license boundary. Down deep, the system is open, and actually we have a grade increase to above 3 grams, and it's drilled only to a depth of 300 meters, whereas the adjacent deposit is drilled for 600 meters and drill confirmed mineralization. So we basically widely open down deep. To the west, we also have higher grade and open-ended to the west. In fact, the strike length of the Kluchevskaya deposit is 1 kilometer, and we added 900 meters, and it is open to the west. We had some scout holes drilled last year, which showed, yes, there is gold, and it's about 500 meters from the western end of the current resource.
So you have to fill the gap.
Yes, geologically, there is every possibility to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there is 3 million ounces there, but I'm saying that it's our target.
Yeah, of course. That's for sure. You have to prove it, but I mean, it's always important to have a plan and a target where you want to go to, right? And as we all know, geology does not stop at boundaries.
At human boundaries.
Yes. Fantastic. So that means you have a lot of work in front of you. How does the financial situation look like? Because drilling costs money.
The financial situation in the company is as follows. Currently, we have $1.5 million in the bank. This is substantial money for the junior. Obviously, you cannot use all this money for infill drilling to upgrade the resource and targeting higher grade. But this money is enough to test this possibility of 3 million ounces on strike lengths. And from the resource which we announced, actually, it's not going to be smaller. It can be only grown bigger from basically it's a starting point or foundation stone.
Absolutely. And I mean, also your land position is much, much larger and everything is open in various directions. So there's lots of work to do, I would say.
At the moment, all the work was done within 900 by 600 meters area, and which is less than 1 square kilometer. And the entire license size is 7.6 square kilometers. So basically, we have a room where to move.
Perfect. Super, Alexander. Thank you very much. It was a great update. And again, congratulations on your first real resource, I would call it. And I would say keep the drills turning and show us probably in 1 or 2 years then the 3 million.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Dr. Alexander Yakubchuk, the Director of Exploration of Orsu Metals. And you heard it, the company has the first resource out over 1.43 million ounces. And
in global endowment.
In global, of course, in global endowment. I just wanted to say that. And I think that's a perfect start for such a small explorer. I think the team around Alexander has done a sensational job. And that's a solid foundation for the future. And as you heard, they have even drilled 900 by 600 meters, but the property is over 7 square kilometers. So I would say there's lots of room for more exploration, and that's what he's responsible for, what they want to do. So I suggest check out the company carefully. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye from Zurich.
Thank you very much.